Is Jarome Iginla the greatest trade deadline acquisition that Ray Shero ever made in his time as a Pittsburgh Penguins general manager? Let's look at that next. Yo-ho everybody, and welcome to another edition of Yinzer on Hockey. Before we begin, make sure you go down below, hit that like button, click the subscribe button, and make sure you click that little bell so you stay up to date on all the off-season happenings. So, some news broke today that Jarome Iginla will be officially announcing his retirement from the NHL on Monday in Calgary. Probably surefire Hall of Fame candidate. And I wanted to take a look back at his entire career, but mostly focus on his time with the Penguins. So, in a 20-year career for Jarome Iginla, it's played 16 seasons with Calgary, 3 years in Colorado, a year in Boston, a year in Los Angeles, and of course the partial season during the lockout-shortened season with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Career totals: 1,554 games played, 625 goals, 675 assists for 1,300 points. So again, very good numbers. His time with Pittsburgh, 13 in the regular season, 13 games played, 5 goals, 6 assists for 11 points. And during that postseason with the Penguins, he played in 13 games. Where was I? Okay, 13 games. Or 15 games, scored 4 goals, 8 assists for 12 points. And so let's take a look back at how the Penguins acquired Jarome Iginla and how the trade panned out in all directions. So on March 28th, 2013, the Penguins acquired Jarome Iginla via trade. As the trade deadline was approaching, it was really weird that year because we had the lockout-shortened season. It was only a 48-game season. So the Penguins sent Kenneth Agostino and Ben Hanowski, as well as their first-round pick, which turned into Morgan Kimchuk in the 2013 NHL Draft. So for the career of the players that were traded, Kimchuk so far has played in 1 NHL game with 0 points. He got called up towards the end of last year with Calgary. Has yet to really make an impact on the team, but he did get some ice time in the NHL, so maybe he does break out and make it. Who knows? Agostino last year for the Boston Bruins played in 5 games, notching 1 assist for 1 point and 4 penalty minutes. So maybe there's a chance that he becomes a regular in the in Boston's lineup. Maybe he does pan out. And then Ben Hanowski played in 16 games for the Calgary Flames between the 2012 and 2014 time frame. Notched 1 goal, 2 assists, total of 3 points. He now plays in the Ducha League. So hasn't really panned out either way for him with the Calgary Flames. So definitely the Penguins won the trade by acquiring Iginla, having him for the playoff run. That was, even for a lockout-shortened season, that was one of the Penguins' best years in their entire team history. Ran through the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, met with Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals, where just our offense disappeared. Tuukka Rask was just dominant that year in the playoffs, and we just couldn't get anything going offensively. But I still think that just acquiring Iginla in the situations that was out there, along with a few of the other trades that we had made, set the Penguins up in a position to succeed. The issue being is that we moved Iginla from center to left wing. He wasn't really comfortable playing on the wing, so that was kind of a drawback on the coaching staff of that time frame. And I think that was like one of the last years we were under Dan Bylsma in Pittsburgh. So, yeah, it didn't work out how they deployed Iginla in the system, but he was still very productive in his time with Pittsburgh, averaging almost a point per game. Played really good. The whole team kind of fell apart in the Eastern Conference Finals. So, yeah, as far as looking back at the Ray Shero era as Penguins general manager, I do believe that this is one of the best trades that we ever made at the deadline to acquire a player. And for my money, as far as Shero's time goes, we've had a lot of misses when it comes to trade deadlines. Obviously, the Hossa situation didn't turn out the way it was expected to, even though we got Pascal Dupuis in that trade, and he turned out to be a great player. A lot of just missed deadlines that the players don't quite produce to the expectations that were there for them. So yeah, for my money, I think Iginla is the greatest deadline trade that Ray Shero ever made. I wouldn't go as far to say it's the best trade deadline acquisition made in Penguins history. I would say that was probably Ron Francis. If I'm betting, I would say the Ron Francis trade was the greatest trade deadline acquisition in Penguins history. So that's my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Did you like the Iginla trade? Were you happy with his time in Pittsburgh? Obviously, it didn't end the way we wanted it to, as we didn't get our Stanley Cup, even though that was one of our better chances. It was one of the better teams we put out in recent memory. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And until we see you again next time, have a good day.